Hello everyone, I'm RecV5.
And I am Sandman 99.
My species name is
And welcome back to Fallout 4
G9
G9-13 playthrough
with Archibald.
Try using acids, capsaicin, wasabi on me. I'll be fine.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a really good view of our glorious high-rise apartment building here.
Indeed, the
And of
big
course-
metal dong.
Yes, and of course in the last episode we kind of showed off, we explored that little bit there and that kind of thing.
Yep.
And since then I built a big floor in here.
I can see that.
Because I've been wondering what I was going to do. I joined together the two broken sides,
Yep.
I mean, this is sort of like putting duct tape on a tear in the back of your couch or something.
It'll hold. It'll hold.
Yeah. And I did the same thing down here, too. So I was able to remove a whole bunch of these handrails because now there isn't a whole bunch of places where you could fall off. And I put a little set of steps in here to get over that rail. I couldn't get rid of this stuff, though, like all this plywood boardy kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I didn't think to try using the console disable command, but maybe what I'll do is, if I'm building the houses, maybe I'll just build a nice solid block wall right through those or something.
Yep.
And we'll just pretend that they're not there. But I figured that I would build myself a nice private residence up here
Oh, yeah.
out of concrete. And I also, just before we started the recording here, I sort of, oh, there's Kate. I sort of ran out this way and had a look here. And I think if you follow McCready's storyline, I'm pretty sure that what we're looking at down here is where you eventually end up taking McCready to, like, kill those gunners. Those two gunners, Windlock and Barnes.
Yep.
That you first see in McCready's room at Goodneighbor, right?
Yep.
So I think that's about where that location is. And of course we're, at your suggestion, trying to maintain our humanity at 8 or better, right?
Have you managed?
So far. But that's because I've been going slightly hungry. Uh-oh. We need a different gun.
Ah, she got stuck on the railing.
Yep. Well, and then she got disintegrated, so there you go. See, clanless vampires will still attack you once you're a vampire, unless you are also a clanless vampire, in which case every other vampire type in the world that you encounter will attack you instead.
You're not going
right?
to drink that blood again, are you? You don't know where they've been.
So anyway,
Archibald is trying to make you into a germaphobe.
I guess so. Anyway, so you get a nice look at the generator up there and the big tall building. And I also did a little bit of other stuff here too. I put up this sign.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'd like to trade some items.
No, I don't. And I sort of did the same thing over here too.
Yep.
But I tried using this sign at first, but this sign has a uneven surface. That's why there's a power conduit stuck to it. And I would get like a half a dozen letters in, and then suddenly the letters would start being behind the sign surface, right?
Weird.
Yeah,
Just
so
looking to
maybe
trade a little.
I might have to try... See, because I had myself a temporary work platform even
Yep.
up here, right?
You might have to build your own sign.
Well, or, like I was saying, maybe I'll have to do something like this. We'll go to the display section here, and weapon racks, and maybe I can put a bunch of these things on here
To even out the surface.
to even out the surface and make the surface flat, right?
Even the weapon rack gets stuck back there.
Yeah, even the weapon rack gets stuck back there, but if I have enough usable space, see that? It starts to really,
Yeah.
and that's just because there's like a ripple or a bow or something in the
can't help you if I
in the
do.
Nuka-Cola
I hope
sign,
you-
right?
Actually, here's a
What do you
question
expect
for
me to
you.
do?
Take all those and store them for a sec.
Why?
Because start putting them from the bottom up instead of the top down.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
suspect that it bows out more at the bottom than it does at the top.
Maybe. Anyway, or I could start putting them on here first, but then they'd be kind of sticking out in space over here, right?
Does that matter?
Well, the thing is, though, I've got enough space there now. I could put the sign up on these boards.
Or you could stick a couple of metal beams into the ground and then stick a warehouse wall on top of it and call it a sign.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I could do that maybe too. That would be a better idea, I think. But anyway, I'm going to, do all of that kind of stuff off camera. Like I'll build the house and maybe decorate it and that kind of thing.
Yep.
And then we'll just keep returning here every now and then as we continue on, right?
Sounds like a plan.
Because at some point we're going to be, then that way I'll be able to put some more lighting in this place too, right? And if I move my residence, I can take out this wall and expand the workshop area too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have enough space to put a couple more workbenches in and that kind of thing.
That place is nothing but trouble.
But anyway, today we're going to go and explore Salem.
Did you know that mole rats might hold the secret to pain relief of our chems? Mole rats have evolved insensitivity to specific stimuli. This occurs as a result of subtle blocking processes, neural inhibition, and shut-off protein vectors. It could lead to innovative methods of safe and effective relief. Pain relief in humans, you see. Creating chem alternatives to chem misuse, abuse, and addiction. Wouldn't that have been useful in a post-apocalyptic wasteland?
So, Archie came up with that, but that's actually me?
Yeah. There you go. You're a chemist genius.
Yeah, I guess. Well, Archie always has plenty to say anyways.
At least you don't get lonely.
Yeah. That's right, you're never alone with a schizophrenic. And that's a really old reference, actually. Can you guess where that reference came from?
Oh, no, I can't, actually.
Well, at once upon a time, there was a rock group called the Ian Hunter Band. And that was actually the title of one of their albums.
Oh, okay.
You're never alone with a schizophrenic.
Well, what do we have here?
Oh,
Oh, I guess those are raiders.
I just went right through a bunch of... Okay, we need to switch to something here that's not going to vaporize innocent settlers or something, too, because there's probably some of those around here. Look at how many shots I can queue up with this pistol, man.
Mind at any given time. You probably have them in your mind all the time because you're such a strange, immortal, powerful thing. Like you'd be antisocial, you're avoidant, you're borderline, you're dependent, you're histrionic, you're narcissistic. Maybe you're obsessive compulsive. Oh, I like that one. Oh, paranoid. Maybe you can be schizoid. I think you're always schizo all the time with all those voices in your head. Megalomaniac, pragmatic. You're sanguine all the time. Sanguine used to mean like being difficult and coping in the moment, distraction and cheerful, but it also means bloody if you didn't already know. I bet you're
Oh,
compulsive.
that's okay. I guess we're not starving now for a while.
Little secret diseases, they used to call them something else. And you could have acrophonia, maybe a bit of amnesia, antisocial personality.
Oh, did you forget about the fact that you
I
were...
forgot about that, because I'm trying to reach Master Vampire, right?
Oh. Careful, because you will lose their experience bonus there.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That always happens to me sooner or later anyway.
What do you think? Obsessive compulsive, I bet you're a bit of that. Just keep picking things up all the time, that would help. Paranoid, I bet you're really paranoid. You see things all the time, don't you? Overcompensation, you're always overcompensating, but why should you need to? Vampires are so strong. You have phobias, I bet you have so many phobias, especially out here. It's so dangerous out here all the time. Post-traumatic stress disorder, that's
Oh my god!
I love this, man. I love this.
My imaginary friend is driving me crazy.
That must be really awful. Maybe you should feed more. Synesthesia.
I love it.
Dysfunction. Oh no, you can't have that anymore. Synesthesia. I used to have that, but I used to have like visual synesthesia where you have all the colours and all of that stuff going all wonky. And then you could have like really weird supernatural ones, like acute sanguinary aversion. Maybe you just don't like drinking blood all the time. Maybe you're so worried that you sweat blood out of your eyes. Hysterical social antiquotes, like desensitization. Yeah, I bet you were always desensitized because you were just a corpse, so maybe you were just numbed in general. And disassociative blood spending. Like, there's so many on there. Like, oh, you're just a bundle of fun.
No matter how fast I run, I can't get away from him.
It's because he runs as fast as you.
Yeah.
And he can path across the bridge now.
Yep.
Although it would be kind of weird if you could run away from him, because you'd be running away from your own mind.
Yeah.
That actually might be a concerning symptom if you were able to run away from your own mind.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of other very concerning symptoms present as it is. So,
I'm sure you're fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think too hard.
what's going on here? Who are you shooting at there, Kate?
I think she was shooting at your hallucination.
No, if she did, they'd attack her. I don't think Kate can see my hallucinations, actually. I think it's only hostiles that can. Well, there, finally, Archie decided to shut up for a little while.
I'm sure he'll be back soon enough.
Oh, yeah.
He might even still be around.
Yeah, like I can hear him snorting and stuff, right? Like, that's him making those noises. Yeah, there he is.
I don't hear half the crap you hear. Probably either because I'm half deaf, or because I don't have my headset turned up as loud as you, or both.
Well, you might not have your headset turned up as loud.
I know I still can't hear those ring drop sounds in Diablo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like most people, especially people who worked in the type of industry that I worked in, we used to have to take, like full medicals that the company would send us to every couple of years.
Yeah, yep.
And one of the things that I was tested for every time was hearing, right? And eventually, as I got older, partially a function of, older, being older, I guess. And also because of exposure to loud machinery and stuff like that for many years. Oh, there he's back. I did end up with a dip in my hearing at about 3 kilohertz and above.
Yep.
Could lead to innovative methods
And,
of safe and effective relief.
like 3 kilohertz coincidentally happens to be roughly the same frequency as a person's, like, most people's voices, right?
Yep.
Particularly women. And that's my excuse when I'm not listening to my wife.
Yep.
That I couldn't hear her. But yeah, I mean, I can remember when I was younger and I had, I always liked stereo equipment and music and stuff like that. And I had a pretty good sound system when I was young. And you could hear things like the really high-pitched noises like cymbals and things like that. You know, like the kind of stuff. Very clearly. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess I don't need to worry about him now.
Problem solved.
But as I got older, even if I had a good set of headphones or a good stereo or whatever, I couldn't hear those types of musical instruments as well, as I could before, right?
Yeah, you really have to listen to them. Like, listen for them in order to try to hear them, right?
Yeah.
And if the recording doesn't have good separation, then you just won't hear them anyways, because you'll just kind of hear a wall of sound, right?
Wow, what's going on here? There seems to be...
There's a lot of people fighting a lot of people.
Everybody's fighting everybody, and they're all ignoring me. I feel left out.
fun I've had in a long time.
Okay, well, you know what? Might as well go and do a little bit of looting. Yeah. See, every now and then you can see like little traces too. There isn't actually anything there. It's just another hallucination, right?
Yep.
There's never anything good to read nowadays. What I wouldn't give for a good newspaper.
The super mutants are worth a lot of blood points, right?
Do you think our motorbike would
Like
suit me?
more powerful
I want a motorbike.
beings,
Can we go look for a
whether they
motorbike?
be super mutants or high-level human enemies or whatever.
Yep.
They give you more. Yeah, Archie wants me to get him a motorcycle now.
Yep.
Well, I can see the pistol. I don't see the... Oh, there he is.
You don't see the synth until you do.
Yeah.
They blend right in with the concrete.
Yes. Hello. Hello. Well, yeah. Well, I think you should just go around to everyone just saying, evening all.
Change the way you greet people because your imaginary friend says so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't even begin to imagine why my imaginary friend has an English accent, too. Well, what are you guys all doing out here?
Just chilling, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't put in an electric gate here for this settlement, so I can't keep them all in.
The electric gates are to keep them in?
Well, to keep them in as well as keep the bad guys out, right? Oh, look at that. I got 1,200 caps here.
Berlin Wall style, huh?
Yeah.
A belligerent Mr. Handy. Now that...
Yes, that would be a sight to see. We got 2 people that need jobs here. We have a bartender, a doctor, and a junk dealer already.
Sounds like you need some farmers or some guards.
Probably. You probably need some farmers or some
I'm
guards.
not really, you know. Don't look at me. I'm irrelevant.
Time for one of our little chats, is it? I'd love to.
Okay, well, let's see here. We've got 39 people. We got... I guess we could always put one more farmer in here or something. Like I've been adding some potato plants in here. We grow some more carrots. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we just need to find somebody who can take care of those. Okay.
Do
Well,
something useful
we'll just
for
do
once
it through the
then, before I
computer
sit
here.
fired.
Okay. And then we'll make one guard post here somewhere. Wow, we got a lot of guys standing guard on that roof over there. Got somebody standing guard there already. That being said, though, for a population this size, this defense value is not that high, right? We could do a little bit more for defenses. So we will.
Did you know there's a whole language called Wankanese, and it allows for predictive text of human speech? Well, so I've been told. But I suppose that's pointless for us, seeing as we can predict the current of the universe.
We can predict the what?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, anyway, we,
Knowing those raiders are taken care of will go a long way in getting a good night's sleep.
okay, we'll keep that. We'll,
Yeah?
Yes, me
okay,
darling.
Kate, it's time for you to get off of that thing. So it was interesting. We finished up our Fallout New Vegas series, I guess, yesterday.
Yep.
And I was looking at the credits that were rolling for like half an hour after the playthrough was completed.
Yeah, it took a long time.
And they got to the point where they were doing the music credits. And of course, some of the songs that they had in Fallout New Vegas were done by
offer help to strangers.
the same people, like the same artists that do a lot of the songs in Fallout 4.
Yep.
And I was surprised at how old some of these are, right?
Yeah, like 1930s and 1950s.
Yeah, 1936. The band the Ink Spots. They were like a couple of their songs that were in the Fallout New Vegas credits anyway were from 1936, right? So you know, they've been okay, I was gonna swap out my oh no, I did that already. Okay. I'm just carrying that one around still. See, I could swap it. I could use this 2-shot advanced 44 pistol instead of my hunting revolver too, right? But anyway, you know, I was surprised at how old some of the music that they used in these games is, right? Because I'd always had the idea that maybe they were, you know, like 1950s, 1960s oldies kinds of things.
But apparently they're much older.
Apparently some of the music is much older. Some of it is 1950s type stuff, but some of it is very old. Uh-oh.
Perimeter movement detected.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Nighty night.
Dead as a doornail. Very dead indeed.
Okay, there should be another robot kicking around here somewhere too. I just picked up a nuke mine. Okay, well, I don't see any other robots, so I guess we'll be on our way. Yes, that was a. What I've got here now is a 2-shot, like a 44 revolver with the 2-shot legendary.
Yep.
And I literally just 1-shotted that high level robot, right?
Yeah, the thing does ridiculous amounts of damage. You took it to the workbench, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So this is the one I was using, the kneecapper one.
Yep.
But the 2-shot one, look at the amount of damage it does.
Yeah, it's like just grossly overpowered.
Of course, this is with rank 5 gunslinger, right? And I put the advanced receiver on it, and the bull barrel, and the comfort grip. Like, it's got all of the trimmings on it, right?
Still, though, that thing is like punt gun strong.
Well, not quite. Nothing matches the punt gun, but...
Yeah, that's pretty close.
But the advantage that this revolver has over the punt gun, of course, is that I can fire multiple shots without having to reload, right?
And it doesn't slow you down.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't slow you down the way that the punt gun is, because the punt gun is essentially a heavy gun, and I think it actually levels off the heavy gunner perk, right?
Yep.
I don't think I'm carrying a shotgun right now. I think I'm all just carrying pistols and stuff like that. Yeah, so I can drop those shotgun shells off too. Okay, let's check out these guys and see how they're doing. They need 2 more guys to have jobs too.
Guards and farmers.
Yeah, well, see if I look at the map here. They're literally a hub for provisioners, right? So I don't really need any more provisioners here. So I guess it'll be guards and like, this is something too. I'm still refining my building techniques, because now instead of placing rows of guard posts behind the fence like this, now what I do is I'll scrap the section of fence and then snap the guard post into its place, right?
Okay.
So that I end up turning the chain link perimeter fence into a row of guard posts.
Yep.
Just because it's a little bit tidier and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't start doing that until fairly recently.
I guess it was something new you learned, huh?
Yeah, well, it's just something new that I figured out, and you know, like, I'm always... It seems like no matter how long I play this game, I still learn new things and figure out new ways to do things, right?
And you answered, we'd both be crazy.
But anyway, we'll go on up here, because it looks like we got room for another guard post up here. So we'll put a... Okay, we'll put a guard post up here. Right next to this guy right here. Because this one here, the defense value is a bit low too. Maybe we'll even throw a gun turret on the corner here. To help them out a little bit.
Hey.
Uh-oh, what's going on? Ah, I fell off.
Who's there?
There's a settlement attack.
Yeah.
All right. Still in one piece.
Well, and now it's over. Oh, wait a minute. That's those forged guys.
Oh, the ones with the flamethrowers.
Yeah. Every now and then, I guess they start feeling aggressive, and they... Oh, that's why I had the shotgun shells, right? Okay, well... Look at that. That guy just ran right by me and didn't even know I was there. Okay, well... Good night. Uh-oh, now I'm gonna get excited and aggressive here.
All right, let's see where this takes us. That was quite the show.
There's somebody over there. I see something moving. That's the problem with this red haze, is it makes it hard to see.
Well, there are still more of them around. You just...
Yeah. Just in case I don't hit them the first three or four times, right?
I mean, technically, with only a 95% chance to hit, it's possible to miss every single shot.
Yeah, I've never actually seen that happen, though. Okay, well, you know what? It's good to...
You're not going to drink that blood again, are you?
It's good to
Don't know where they've been.
clean these guys out every now and then so that they don't harass my shipping, right? I do have a side quest to explore this place, actually. Under miscellaneous. Search for caps in Saugus Ironworks.
You know what? What the hell? We're already here.
Yeah, we're already here, and we started to kill these guys already, so yeah, we might as well, right? Don't need the cram. We'll grab the Nuka-Cola and the can.
Well,
Aluminum can.
screw the stew. Sometimes there's more to it than there would appear.
Okay. What's going on here? That cooking station is turning all by itself. See, what happens too is you end up getting hostilities started because your provisioners, once you have enough of them, I mean, look at where that guy is going, right?
Yep.
He's passing right through these guys' yard. So conflict is pretty much inevitable, right? Okay, he had a flamer one time, but somebody must have picked it up.
The Forged are like, get off my lawn.
Yeah, pretty much. Except more so. They really mean it. Okay. I hear more shooting going on somewhere in the distance too. That provisioner probably walked right underneath the overpass where those gunners are set up too, right?
See, Sawgust Ironworks and this settlement is the dividing line when raiders stop being raiders and start becoming defenders of private property rights.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway. I guess we'll go in there and we'll clean these guys out again. I follow the usual procedure and go up on the roof and kill all those guys first.
I can't help you fight, you know. I'm not real. What do you expect me to do?
Uh-oh, yep. Oh, just grabbed a bunch of missiles. I guess those will be the first to go if I run out of room to carry stuff. What time of day is it getting to be here anyway? I need to pay attention to that. Ooh, 6:20 a.m. I guess maybe we'll not follow the usual procedure today.
And just run inside as fast as you can.
We'll just run inside as fast as we can in order to avoid the harmful rays of the sun.
Yeah, normally you go around the outside and kill everyone and loot everything?
Yeah, well, normally I go up because what'll happen is after you, you know, go all the way through the... Okay, I just picked up a burning cigarette, but... Oh, see that? Oh,
yep.
Oh, oh,
ouch,
oh,
ouch,
oh,
ouch,
oh,
ouch, ouch.
Yeah. Hurts. A lot. Okay. So, as you can see, though, we recover it fairly quickly.
Yeah, you wouldn't last long outside.
No, not very long. About 10 seconds, I think, is how much time I've got right now. And actually, the more powerful a vampire you become, the less time you get. Like, you actually take damage faster, right? Anyway, I have a stim pack, bunch of stim packs somewhere I can use. There.
Who's there?
No more drinking 10 million bottles of water now.
That's right. See, here I can, under certain lighting, you can kind of see the outline. Like, I can sort of see the outline of my reflex sight here.
Yep.
Although people watching might find that difficult to see, but... And of course, when I'm crouching like this, the Forged find it somewhat difficult to see me too, right? Like, they literally run right into me before they realize that I'm there. Oh, I ran out of bullets. Okay.
Just you or me.
Not sure why a guy equipped with an assault rifle wants to come up and bash me with it, but, you know.
Because he couldn't see you.
Oh, now it's reloaded. See, I noticed too, if you run out of bullets and you switch weapons, later when you switch back, the weapon is fully reloaded again, right?
Weird.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether that's a bug or a feature, but anyway.
Only a fucking coward hides. No
Jeez.
sign of him now.
We'll pick that up. So anyway, this particular area can be challenging when you first walk in, you know, like especially if you're a lower level character.
Yep.
You suddenly have this, you know, fairly large group of guys with, you know, like extremely destructive weapons all charging at you at the same time, right?
Never understood the use for all these crazy gizmos.
And also the Forged tend to be, like, they're very tough as far as raiders go. They're probably some of the toughest raiders in the game, actually. Oh, look, there's a shotgun shell. Yes, I have to walk around my imaginary friend because otherwise he gets in the way.
Of course. Well, he might not be real to anybody else, but he sure is real to you.
Yeah. Yep, and sometimes he just drives me absolutely nuts. Because he never shuts up. So anyway, we're going to have to do this a little bit backwards, and we're probably going to have to throw the old sleeping bag on the floor here partway through this, because I can't, you know, for obvious reasons, I can't go outside during the daytime. So if I'm going to clear off the guys off the roof, well, I'm going to have to do that last.
What are you doing now?
Usually I like to climb up on that far side there, like climb up that pipe on the far side of the building and clear off the roof raiders first, right? I don't know why, it was just, after doing this particular area, I guess, numerous times over the years, I just sort of fell into the habit of
Doing it a certain way.
doing it a certain way, yeah.
Well, you're getting a bit of variety in your life now.
Yeah, I guess so. And of course, at lower levels, this area can be extremely difficult too, because you have a lot of enemies that use Molotov cocktails or have flamers, which at close range are you know, like very dangerous weapons too, right?
Yep. Especially with some of the changes we made, and the fact that you're a vampire.
Yeah. But even so, even as a you know, like relatively newbie character, like I do challenges for myself every now and then, and I tried going through this area once at about I don't know, level 10-ish.
It was very hard.
And it was very hard, and when I got to Slag, well, I wasn't able to kill Slag completely before his buddy with the flamer up on the deck there got me.
Ah.
And if I tried getting his buddy with the flamer up on the deck there, well, Slag has some kind of laser weapon or something that he's able to use effectively too, right?
Yep.
What the? I know you're here. Nothing there now.
There, we'll just jump up and disarm the grenades, eh?
Scared. Just like a little bitch.
So even though I opened the door in between there, there's still stuff to find up here on the top deck. That's why I came up here. And there's a bit of weak flooring over there that you have to watch out for. You know, like, unless you want to suffer some negative acceleration trauma there. Or possibly even drop right down into a vat of molten steel or something, I don't know.
Who knows?
And there's some water up here if you want it. There's, this is from the Absolutely Headwear mod. Like, the guy made a bunch of random hats and visors and things that you can find. This one isn't unique, right?
Yep.
But it gives you a, you know, like, it's similar to other headwear that comes in the vanilla game. It gives you a small buff to, like, perception or whatever, right?
Why don't you just go up to all the voices, just all the voices, just stare at them right in the face and just go, quiet, you.
I don't think that's how that works, Archibald.
Yeah, well, you know, Archie's crazy.
You're crazy.
You have to take that into account, right?
Just sleeping through all these revolver shots.
Hey, I got a suppressor on there. Can you imagine me in that John Wick scene with this gun?
Oh, fuck.
It's like half the length of a rifle, but, you know, I mean...
Nobody would notice.
Nobody would notice because I got a suppressor on it.
There you go. That's what we need to do. Punt gun suppressor.
Yeah, so it only sounds like a distant thunderstorm instead of a bomb going off every time you fire it, eh?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Do something useful for once, vampire, before I set fire to you.
I don't know. It was fun playing with the punt gun, but you know what? I think we've already explored all of the possibilities of that.
Well, we also had a good time with close-range rocket launcher use.
Yeah.
You got to see how effective that is.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think I pretty much tried out just about every weapon in the game, even if only briefly. By now.
See, you didn't take any shotgun shells with you, but now you're going to have a whole shitload of shotgun shells on you.
Yeah, well, you know, shotguns are still very common weapons for raiders and stuff like that, right? Okay. Looks like this is all that there is to do down here. Oh yeah, I could go up in this room here too. Because this is that door I opened with the terminal. And of course, I have to pick up everything. I can't help myself. Just, even though I probably don't actually really need to do this anymore.
Well, you would need to do it, though, if you wanted to build another Commonwealth conveyor belt project.
Yeah. Well, except that I'm wealthy enough now, I could probably buy, like, all the shipments of raw materials that I could ever possibly need, right? I don't need to actually pick all this stuff up. It's just that I'm doing it out of habit. Okay, so I don't actually have any, I can break some stuff down here.
Those are pretty heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was carrying quite a lot of stuff there. Just check to make sure nothing got transferred into these. Alright. I've got enough room now. I can carry more stuff again. So let's get on with this. See, since I have the Finch Farm settlement, I already know that I've been through this before, and I've actually never really... I forgot about that. I've actually never really done this area twice before.
Probably takes a while for these guys to respawn even, too.
Well, no, it's not going to be Slag and his cronies anymore, and there isn't going to be, you know, like that guy from, like, one of the Wayward Son kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be in here, so I'm just kind of wondering what's going to happen here. But we'll do a quick save. We got our gun out. We're ready to go. Here we go. Find out what's on the other side of this door now. Because there won't be any chatting going on either, probably, right? See, these guys are just kind of... Forged leader.
Huh.
Okay. Oh, that's a settler. Good thing I didn't shoot him. Okay, where'd that guy go? He's hiding. Well, we'll take this opportunity to reload here. That's kind of weird, eh? That settler's just chilling there on the deck.
Well, I guess they had to have somebody who was outside of the Forged faction here. So they put a random settler in here.
Yeah. Okay, well, it looks like our Forged person is hiding in the corner over there.
Oh, lovely. You got a can?
Looks like Kate shot one of them.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Now where'd he go?
Dead?
Oh, did Kate get him?
I think so, yep.
Okay.
Yes?
Hey there, buddy.
Hi.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You should probably leave. So you'd have to come back in here if you were going to do the, you know, like that Chinese sub thing. Because this is where the submarine captain sends you to get something for his submarine.
Yep.
So you would have to do this twice unless you had already done this once upon a time, right? But anyway, I don't really need too much of this guy's stuff. 120 bottle caps. Okay, well there you go. I completed the quest for the bottle caps. Right? How'd those guys get down there? They jumped off of this platform here.
Or fell off.
Or fell off. Well, I'm not going to pick up the flamers. They're too damn heavy, but I'll grab the fuel. And I guess I'll eat them. And then, I think there's a catwalk here somewhere. Okay, I can hop down here and then go back up here. We'll find someplace a little bit less warm to have a nap.
Well, you might not even have to now. You've been in this building for long enough.
Well, we will have to check the time. Because in the post-apocalypse, everybody always knows precisely what time it is. It's 11:43 a.m. And I gotta level up. What shall I level up? Could level that up.
Yeah, why not?
Because I do use a silenced weapon on sneak attacks too. That's why I can one-shot so many powerful enemies too, because I got 3 ranks of Mr. Sandman. So yeah, we'll continue with that theme, I guess. And in the meantime, I guess we'll have to...
I wonder what they used to build in this death trap.
Not really too sure. I don't really know what a steel mill proper looks like, because I've never been in one or anything like that, but I'm assuming that that's what this was. Or a foundry or something, right?
Yeah, it would seem so, yep. However a foundry actually looks.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've never been in one, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you mostly did outdoors industrial work.
Well, in one job that I had, one of the products that we made was sand for foundries. Because that's how they make molds for cast things like manhole covers and like that kind of thing, right?
Yep.
And what they do is you have this binding agent, which is like a really, really nasty, foul chemical that comes in 2 parts. It's kind of like a form of epoxy. And you mix it with this particular, like with a specific grain or grade of sand, right? Like the particle size has to fall within a certain specific range and all that kind of stuff for it to work properly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you mix it with this 2-part epoxy, and then you put the, you pack that all into sort of like wooden forms in order to make the actual sand forms, right? And then I guess what they do is they pour the molten steel for cast steel things like manhole covers into these sand forms that they make. And then afterwards, while the sand forms, if you hit them hard with a, like a hammer or some other blunt object, well, then you can just basically break the forms apart, right?
Yep.
So that's kind of how that works.
Yeah, I've seen that in videos before on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew abstractly how that process works just because I used to make the sand for it, and I used to actually... Part of the quality assurance for that type of sand was that we used to make miniature forms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd mix the a certain amount of, like a specific amount of the sand with a measured amount of the 2-part epoxy in a 5-gallon pail, basically, and then we had like small wooden forms that we'd make, more or less a casting it with.
This calls for a lady's touch.
And then you like do certain tests on the casting to make sure that it stands up to certain specific standards, right?
Yep.
I did that.
Okay, is there another one around? There's still another one around here yet, somewhere.
Yeah, they were firing off a flamer or something.
Yeah, I could hear it. Luckily, they seem to be having difficulty seeing me.
There's never anything good to read nowadays.
That's a
What I wouldn't give
railway.
for a good
That's a
newspaper.
railway rifle firing there.
Are they getting? They think they got into a fight with your settler, maybe.
Yeah, well, some of my provisioners, that was a laser musket. Or maybe a head laser off of a, like one of those robots, right? Yeah, okay. That's what we're hearing over here. Alright, well, you know what? That's something else entirely here. Yeah, now I've got, shotgun shells for my shotgun again. I don't see any more pink auras floating around here, so we must have gotten all these guys. I'm guessing. Yes, I think all of these guys have been dealt with now.
Would seem so.
Gotta admit, Kate does a really good job, right? She actually
Hits what she's aiming at.
hits what she's aiming at, and she kills your enemies. Like, I've been trying to do some adventuring with the dog recently,
Oh yeah.
and he's dumb. Like, wow. You know, like, he won't actually attack an enemy unless they run right up to him and attack him first, kind of thing. And don't know what that sound is. And you know, he won't. If you want him to attack a more distant enemy, you actually have to tell him to do it.
Did you know there's a whole language called Wankanese, and it allows for projected
Wow, that guy's
text.
pretty sturdy. He's taken a lot of abuse, and he's still
But I
getting back
suppose that's
up.
pointless for us.
Well,
because
not no
we
more.
can
Or he was
predict
trying
the
to.
current of the universe.
Back off.
The hell? Oh, that's Archie getting in the way. That's why I can't move.
Meanwhile, Kate's just like, look at my sniper rifle.
Yeah, my sniper shotgun, yeah.
As a doornail, very dead indeed.
It's been a while since I've been through the Hub Auto Wreckers place too, right? But I guess we'll finish off these guys first. And then if we're going to go and start looting that place again, we're going to have to go back to settlement and unload here first anyway.
Yeah, because you're carrying too much crap now.
I think I'm carrying too much crap. Oh, is that where the last forged guy is? Oh no, that's a gunner that came all the way over here. Okay, well, guess we'll exercise a little bit of caution here just in case that robot's still kicking around too, because I don't remember actually getting it.
It's because you didn't see it.
Yeah.
You're not going to drink that blood again, are you? You don't know where they've been.
I think whoever it was must have tripped the tripwire here, though, because I don't see the tripwire anymore. Like somebody tripped it already? Yeah, somebody tripped it already.
Could have been a settler coming through here for all you know.
Yeah, well, it could have been one of those gunners, maybe. But anyway, we'll head back over to we'll head back over to the slog here.
Where do I go when I'm not with you? Well, into the innards of your mind, my dear boy.
Because I think we still had a settler to give a job to or something here, right? Oop, nope, we don't want to do that. Okay. So how are we looking for time here anyway? We're just at about an hour?
I think we've just hit an hour, yeah.
Okay, well that's not too bad then. We can keep going for a bit. I don't think there's too much stuff new to break down here, just a little bit. And we can just dump the rest of this stuff in the workbench.
You got a lot of flamer fuel going through there.
Yeah, well, that's where you get it, right? If you're going to get flamer fuel, you get it at Saugus Ironworks. I'm going to grab my shotgun shells back, too. Because I have to say, in Fallout New Vegas, probably my favorite weapon, it was a toss-up between the medicine stick and the riot shotgun, right? I really like the riot shotgun a lot. And I like the mod added one in this game quite a bit too. Even though it is pretty much comparable, I would say, to the combat shotgun. Like the vanilla combat shotgun may even be slightly more powerful. But I like some of the options and things that are available with the mod added, you know, riot shotgun, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if you want to collect Molotov cocktails, also, Saugus Ironworks is the place to go. Okay, that's good enough for that.
They used to make an amazing drink with tar breeze at the combat zone. Tasted awful, but would knock you out after a few sips.
Okay, I think I made a,
I don't know. Well, nobody here is might look safe around here.
oh, have we got a power thing going on here again now? Yeah. We have a power thing going on. I should just do this, just for convenience sake.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's not that. Maybe something actually did get damaged here. Yeah, okay. That's what happened. My power generator actually got damaged.
Is the other one okay?
Let's see here. Looks like our water is okay. I guess some items must have got damaged. Okay.
Well, I guess windmills are very tall and they make very big targets.
Yep. Yeah, this one's fine. We have another small power generator somewhere around here. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, and it's
Only
fine.
the Umbra-Thang would know that the world is a shadow of consciousness.
So, there we go.
Get that round your noggin.
Okay, unemployed 2, and I think I made a guard post. So I can assign one person to guarding. Then I can maybe plant some more food, because it looks like we're going to need more food here. There's lots of space here, though. Like, there's way more gardening space here than I'll ever need, probably.
Not only that, but every settlement is self-sufficient.
Okay, so now I guess we'll go back to the computer here and we'll hire another farmer.
Hire, in quotes. Central Planning Committee says that your new job is...
Yeah. Well, hey, it's better than starving to death out in the wilderness, right?
Grab a hoe and get farming, comrade.
Yeah. Oh, wow, these guys have 2,000 caps.
Ready.
So you just need to put up the propaganda posters now.
Well,
About,
did you know he was voted the nation's most
patriotic
employed
employment,
man
we'll
in
call it that.
1877? Probably because he got pianos and fireplaces.
Well, I don't know. I think it's more a case of work or starve to death. But anyway, I guess we'll go over here and see about what's going on with the gunners over here again, because they appear to have repopulated this place. Okay, well, we can make a quiet approach here, hey?
You're dead too.
See, you even got your own laugh track.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're becoming quite the scary one, aren't you?
Well, there's still somebody in there who just announced his presence. Who are they shooting at?
Did you know that if you go...
Wow, is that the lights just
Quit
flickered in
sucking
here?
down rads.
Yep, that was the light that just flickered.
Honestly,
Wow.
believe me. Really, no, honestly, you can. So don't be daft. Go to the Museum of
Yeah,
Witchcraft.
we actually had our cable TV out for a couple of days here. Because there's a lot of, we're getting into construction season again, and somebody was digging something up around here.
And they screwed up.
And they dug up the fiber optic cable for the cable TV, so it took the cable company a couple of days, I guess, to get out and make repairs.
Well, at least it's fixed now.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like there's fingers in your brain that are scraping their fingernails on the inside of your skull? Well, that's what it feels like to me.
This is where I died once. In one playthrough I did. I was sneaking along here and I come up and discovered this laser tripwire, and then McCready walked into the back of me and shoved me right into here. So I was standing in this puddle of oil when this flamethrower trap went off.
Fuck.
Yeah, and that's because of that tendency that your followers have to when you're moving along, they don't necessarily stop when you stop.
Yeah, well, that's also something else too that they really shouldn't have done between like Oblivion and the next generation, like the Oblivion generation and the next generation, like Skyrim and Fallout 4. Is in Oblivion and, you know, older games like that, you could actually push your companions around by walking into them, and so they could walk into the back of you all they wanted. It wouldn't actually move you.
Yeah.
But in this generation, it's NPCs that take movement priority. So every NPC in the game can push you around, but you can't push any of them around.
Yeah.
I think that was just a bad design mistake. They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's also, you know, like, pretty annoying, and it actually has caused, you know, especially if you're playing... What? Somebody sees me.
If I find you, you're gonna regret it.
Oh, there, I just made Vampire Master. Now I gotta shoot this guy 1,000,000 times. Or once. As the case may be.
Just getting worms.
There, now I don't have to eat everything that I come across. Now I can kind of, you know, be a little more selective, right?
Yeah, and you can chill out and preserve your humanity.
Yep, and I can do something else here, too. Right? Because you'll notice, well, I mean, we weren't really paying attention here, but all of my special, like some of my specials improved.
Yep.
By a point from becoming a master vampire. But way back when we went through Parsons, when we destroyed Lorenzo Cabot, well, it turns out Lorenzo Cabot was a pure-blood vampire, right? Wow, I've got 5,900 cigarettes.
Like I said, man, bandolier upon bandolier.
Yeah. Anyway, Lorenzo Cabot was a pure-blooded vampire. And pure-blooded vampires are extremely rare. But if you manage to find one and kill one, you can get pure vitae off of them, okay? Which is basically, this is Lorenzo Cabot's blood, or like a sample of it. Because Lorenzo Cabot is like about a 400 or, you know, 400 plus year old vampire, right?
Yep.
And so anyway, if we look at my stats, my status here, right? Says Vampire Mistress, which won't change. But my specials, for example, you look at Strength of 32.
Perception 21, Endurance 38.
Yeah. And so on. And if we consume this pure vitae now, you become a pure-blooded vampire, right? And what... Okay, well, we'll wait for the special effects and stuff to finish, right? And then, if we look here, now my strength got boosted by 2.
Yep.
Right? And so did my endurance. And I'm not sure the intelligence.
I think your agility too.
And agility, right? Because pure-blooded vampires are actually even stronger than, you know, like the regular FEV vampire masters, right?
Yep.
We'll grab this guy's automatic laser rifle. But if you do come across that pure vitae, you want to basically level your vampire character up to the maximum level first before you use it, because you know, otherwise you'll miss out on
some of the benefits.
Well, you'll miss out on all of the additional buffs and ability score increases that you gain from each level of vampirism.
Yep.
You know, like, because you'll just go straight to vampire, pure-blooded vampire, rather than attaining the level of vampire master gradually and all that kind of stuff, right? Anyway, we need to operate the computer here and get the bridge set up so that we can Okay, you're pretty annoying too.
Switches to the shotgun just to take the spotlight out.
Well, because shotgun shells are more like common than 4570s are, right?
Although you probably could make a trip back to the manufacturing plant and make some
I want a
4570s.
motorbike. Can we go look for a motorbike?
Yes, it probably will come to that eventually, because I really, really like the hunting revolver, and I think I'm going to continue to use it for a long time. So eventually, it probably will be worthwhile to, you know, make a trip back. And find out if I can, in fact, make 4570s on the ammunition plant. I really don't know.
I'm sure you can.
Well, I know that there are limits to what you can do with the ammunition plant. And I don't know whether there were any expansions or anything done to expand the ammunition plant's capabilities, right? Just loot this guy. Nothing very interesting in here. He had a grease gun. Not that great of a weapon for a leader type. Okay. I guess we're done here now. Our work here is done. So how are we looking for time now?
We are at an hour 16.
Okay, well, maybe what we'll do is we'll call it an episode here. And we'll continue to head for Salem. But we'll pick that up in the next episode.
Interesting name.
All right.
Archibald, my
So, hope you all enjoyed
Well, I
this
am
episode. It was
indeed
basically
Lord.
just a little bit of...
Well, and I
Yeah,
am kind of
goodbye,
bored,
Archie.
so-
It's just a little bit of random, you know, like dungeon crawling today, I guess.
Well, you got a quest done, and you got another quest stricken off the log, so...
Yep. Because we're pretty much, you know, almost at the end of the vanilla quest type things. And, you know, I talked about South of Sea before.
Yep.
Well, we'll get started on that one of these days soon, too. It's just that I wanted to tidy up some of these other things first, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess we'll head for Salem in the next episode.
All right.
Until then.
I'm Rec B5.
And I am Sandman 99.
Have a good one.